This is your daily market recap for Tuesday, August 29th, 2023. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at XP Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review for Tuesday, August 29th, 2023. Guess what? We got our upside targets. We actually got them as a retest with a higher high. Is this a bull trap? End of the month? You can almost bet your, you know what, sweet little beep, 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 beep. I think so. Again, a lot of the people who follow the markets and trading know that once the emotions start moving highly in one direction, at highs or lows, you're typically at an inflection point, and bulls are just going nuts and bears are just burying their head. And if you've been watching the channel, you've been paying attention, you've been following the charts that we've been posting, you know for a fact we expected some up to come. Then you take your profits, hedge it however you need, and then look to short. Today is a great day to start look for adding more shorts. Put on your pants, shorts, whatever you need to do. So anyway, we'll go through all the charts. We'll talk about the levels. We'll see how it reacts. And one of the things I'm just trying to just continue to press upon people, do not assume you're always going to be right. It's a probability-based game. The higher something goes, the more likely you probably want to take profits and look to short. If the bear market continues, which we expect it will, China's still a mess, Europe's a mess, we're going to get worse, yada, yada, yada. It's just patience. Remember, end of the month, new money, trying to pull the market up so that the market makers can distribute at the highest prices possible. Because remember, we talked about the first dip got bought. It got bought. All right, let's go through it all. Again, I appreciate all the love, support. Again, the generous donations. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Always looking to help out. Use the Calendly link in the description below if you need help. Trading is more of a mental game, y'all. More of a mental game. Link to the Discord room is in the description below as well. Follow me on Twitter. Posting a lot of what we saw today, what's going on. If you have any questions, squeeze trap to close. Nice work. Nice work. Follow on YouTube. Like, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Did a live chat today talking about a lot of this stuff. Hopefully you had a chance to check it out if you're watching this. If you didn't, I go highly recommend, because a lot of it is about the psychology of trading. The subconscious rules all. And if your subconscious is wired to fail, I don't give a crap how much great information you know and how many books you've read and how long you've been trading. You don't feel like you deserve to win subconsciously, you will find a way to lose. I can bet your ass every time. How I got on that topic, again, hit the notification bell. You can watch that live chat. TradingAgent.com, also where Back to Basics series, more advanced beginner, also real estate stuff, all sorts of fun things. And make sure you use the link, 5.3% high yield savings account from Marcus at Goldman Sachs. I use this stuff, love it. App is sweet. Use the promo code, share them with your friends, get higher rates. It's so simple, so simple. Love the product, love it, absolutely love it. Hit me up if you have any questions about that as well. All right, people are asking today, diversification. I just want to go into this. Diversification is the protection against ignorance. It makes little sense if you know what you're doing. A lot of people are like, oh, I need to do this and do that. I'm like, focus on a few of the best, and if you're wrong, it happens, but dial in. I think NVIDIA, absolute screaming short. Certain text names, absolute screaming short. Indexes, screaming shorts. Oh, but I'm going to try to do a blanket of things and go after gold and, I don't know, the dollar. I'm like, just keep it simple, stupid. Let's go into it. Fed Watch tool. Today's JOLTS number showed weakening in the I don't know, jobs numbers, I'm assuming. We'll see. Again, tomorrow's, you got GDP, deflator, non-farm payrolls this week, if I remember correctly, which that's what it shows in the briefing.com. But we'll, again, pay attention. There's more stuff coming up later this week. More important data. GDP tomorrow, but it's probably going to come in positive again. And I've said this over and over. Ukraine spending is GDP positive. Even though this is what we call the silent recession, GDP will be affected by that. All right, Bitcoin holding 25,000. Oil, not surprised, holding here a little bounce. Maybe the end of the month. It's had a pretty solid month. Will we not agree? Well, I guess maybe not. It's basically where starts looking at July. I apologize. Yeah, I mean, I personally said this over and over. The best time to buy oil when the Feds pivot. We're not there yet, so it could be choppy. It's rejecting off here. I mean, I'd watch the 81, 82 area. Natural gas going nowhere fast. Slow your roll. Wait for it. Patience, grasshopper. Are you really in a rush to buy natural gas? I'm not. All right, the dollar. Look at today's action based on the JOLTS number. Hits the range highs. That's why we do what we do. The dollar hit range highs, failed. we'll see what happens. Again, dollar volatility picks up before what? Market volatility, keep in mind, especially with bonds. Look at the TLT. Talked about the 20-day hitting. All right, going a little higher. I mean, I've said this and I'll say it again. I don't think rates are going to bottom in a simple. I mean, again, if you're thinking about buying bonds long term, patience, patience, patience. But I think at some point you'll get a higher low, fill the gap. I like bonds long term at these levels, especially with stops. They make so much sense. All right, the VIX down below the 50-day, trying to do what it needs to do. I mean, I guess we've talked about this. This is one of the things why we said we're bullish. We didn't think the VIX was going to break out. Pulls back to the 50-day. Come on down. VIX. Talked about this was not leading up. Back down to the range lows. Again, the market now is getting complacent again, and you want to say bullish? I hope not. If you're scared to get bearish, I don't know. We talked about the 50, 20-day potential. Okay, we broke over it, right? Oh my God, you're wrong, Dan. You're an idiot. Okay, we'll see what happens. I mean, we're just coming up into the next, I guess, what you would consider like a little swing area. How you want to draw it. I mean, there's a lot of candles here that matter. I'm going to close this one. This is way too in the past. We'll see what happens. Now, I expect today, closing like this, we've seen where big candles, green, flip the other way pretty quickly. Either you're going to have a doji, gap up and flop, or indecision day tomorrow, in my opinion, in front of the PCE on Thursday. QQQ. Wow. Rally to the channel highs. Amazing. Hits range highs. Keep an eye on this stuff. This stuff looks like it's going to fail. We talked about getting up. We just don't know exactly. IWM, we talked about the 50, 20-day cross, getting close enough. DIA, we talked about this one round. Again, these are all oversold. The first bounce gets bought, or the first drop gets bought, y'all. 20-day on the DIA. Interesting. Gold, don't really want to talk about it too much, but again, we expected a bounce, drew out this trend line. Maybe we get there. Again, silver, nice rally. Do you want to buy the stuff? Not really, but hey, you know what? If it goes, it goes. I personally will be waiting for later in the year if I have any desire, because again, watch the repeating pattern from December into March. It's almost guaranteed money every year to get these things rising. However, they're holding up. Miners, they look okay. I would think they'd be up more today. I mean, I have 2%, 1.8%. I think it would be bigger, but we'll see. Again, come back into the old trend line. That's the thing. I told people, if you're shorting these, expect a bounce, and if you're long these, you could trade them. I blessed it. I just don't know how much I really trust them. But hey, you know what? This is the thing. Watching these things rise gives me fact that, okay, maybe it's a dead cat bounce in the market again. Miners, here you go, AG, AEM. A lot of these names underperforming. Maybe back to the trend line. Newmont, this thing has been a dog. This should be holding up. 20-day, pass. Right? What is going on here? No, I mean, we talked about these things. They're probably in big trading ranges. So that's the thing. If you want to trade the ranges, go right ahead. But if you think there's better opportunities elsewhere, which I think there are, then you need to be aware of such, okay? Just be careful, okay? I think a lot of people just overthink this stuff. And they go, well, I'm going to hit a home run here. It's like, we'll see. We'll see. Taiwan Semi. Talked about it bouncing. 200-day, 100-day, chopping around, keep an eye on it. Micron, again, all these names we expected to bounce. All right, coming up. I mean, where now to? I mean, a lot of these names, if you want to try to draw them out, go right ahead. Some are more obvious than others, like AMD. We said it would probably hold the 100 area. Ding, 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 ding. I mean, can it get up to 110? Always possible. NVIDIA, I mean, now people are like talking about buying NVDS, and people are like, oh, you're crazy. I'm like, well, I hope it gets up higher because I'll add more. Pull back in higher volume. Can it retest? Retests are normal. But I don't want to bring a ruler. I don't give a crap. It goes from 110 to 500, basically. And if I can short anywhere in the 485 plus, I feel like I'm doing okay with tight stops. Now remember, just define your risk. Don't go all in. It's not leading anymore, but it was up nicely today. Keep an eye on it. Intel, we talked about, again, semis just look like crap to me. And overall, coming back up, can we fill this gap up here? I mean, whatever you want to call it. Watch it. SMH, meh. Right? All right, we talked about the 155 like area retesting. Okay, double humpy, double top, double head and shoulders. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It looks interesting up here going to the end of the month, right? Keep an eye on this stuff. I'm telling you, watch the levels. If you're wrong, you're wrong. It happens. Stop whining. Does Tom Brady throw a pass for an interception and then say, oh, I can't trade anymore. I quit. No, you make mistakes. Jordan missed a jump shot and quit on the game. No. Adobe holding up pretty well. Apple, we talked about why we were bullish. We were like, this is holding up really well in an oversold rally. Thought maybe it might take a break at the 183, but maybe it's the gap. Maybe it's the 50-day. I don't know. But we talked about this being oversold. Not surprised it's rallying. You're looking to add shorts in tech. It makes sense. Watch Apple. Amazon going nowhere. Some of these names look like absolute crap still. CRM going nowhere. Guggenheim tries to break out. Comes back, but does close to new highs off the lows. We'll see. Meta. We talked about it double bottoming and probably going to rally. 20, 50-day cross. Hello. Microsoft. Another one. Looked like it was oversold. Gonna hold and rally, maybe back to 50-day, but it's lagging. Looks like crap. NDAQ, a gift from the gods if it actually rallies decent amount. Man, it couldn't even hold up today. Damn it. Really want to see some higher prices, get more juice for the squeeze down. MicroStrategy, you're welcome. We said this is consolidating. If it broke over 350, could get to 20, 50-day, whatever, 370, 380s, you're there minimum. Netflix, again, all tech. Just looked like it was chopping around. Watch it retest up here. Roadblock, we even said even this piece of junk could rally. Hello, Moto. If you would have bought down here in the 26 level, not bad. Tesla, we talked about it. If the 240s held, which we thought, I said this yesterday, watch up here at the 50-day. Hello. Now again, if they don't crack right away, look for wicks. Look for wicks. Be patient. Letter X. Talked about this chopping around. If it's going to get bought out, great. Nucor, again, if the market's holding up, another China stimulus, great. China's stimulating endlessly because their economy's falling apart and people are not taking out loans. And students and young people can't buy anything. It's a joke. Or don't have any jobs. It's an absolute joke. Caterpillar. Now we go. Here we go. I've been waiting for some pops to short. Man, pray for another retest. I mean, again, retest to your friends if you're okay with them. You're not that far off. I think that makes sense. VALE, people talked about this oversold. How are you going to rally? There you go. Okay, now it filled the gap. We talked about that. Is that going to flop? I don't know. Arrow. All right, here you go. Holding 100-day. Maybe. Again, all these names dropped. First dip gets bought. How strong? Again, you can run fibs. 0.382, 0.5, 0.618 usually. All right, if it gets over the point, 0.6818 would make sense for me if that was going to flop. Again, not really trading these names, but just watching them. CCJ holding up really well. Kathy Woods finally making a pick that's worth a shit stick. Whatever. Channel high. We'll see. CF, we talked about a lot of these ag names. They rallied, and then they were oversold near term, and not even oversold, but if the market was going to rally, they were going to rally. Look at that. CF, Mosaic, NTR, they all rallied. This one's not really, but chopping. NTR. Do you guys get what I'm saying here? Do you get it? 2050-day. Keep an eye on it. AA, another global growth name. Okay, China stimulus 3.0, whatever. This name has been absolutely kicked in the teeth, going nowhere. XLF. What did we say? It's holding up really well. When the market was dropping, right, we were like, man, it's holding up really well. It didn't even get the trend line. Here's the 20-day. Maybe it fills the gap. Now you're getting into levels. Again, you're getting into the upper levels of bounds and things that market's starting to look tired. JP Morgan. They'd probably watch the 50-day. Morgan Stanley. We said this is oversold, probably going to rally. You know what to do. Goldman Sachs, we said it's hit the trend line, probably going to bounce. Doink. Here you go, somewhere in these 330s. Right? KRE. Now, this is what's interesting. It's not really going anywhere. This thing's very tight. Very tight. And again, if banks are starting to lag again and say like XBI, another name that should be up $3 and certain things starting to lag, you start to get a little, TAN, trash floats last, right? We talked about solar was due to bounce, add support. You're welcome. Throw your boy a tip if you're really trading on this stuff. I appreciate it, man. When the student's ready to teach your peers, I'm here to help you guys. I like these shorts, but I mean, again, wait for these to pop, right? Pop, 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 fizz, fizz. What a relief it is. Of course. So, man, these things look so bad. First Solar, this one's a little more interesting to me for short because it's, again, if you get up maybe that's all these moving averages, you've got resistance. And the 200 has been so far on. That's what I'd be watching. All right, let's end it. Oh, HYG. We talked about this like rallying and helping the market lift. All right, here we come. Here she comes again, back into the range highs. Probably going to what? Flop her tandy. Oil, rallying, chopping around. Not surprised. UNG goes nowhere fast. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. XOP, we've talked about this. Do yourself a favor. Watch these 148, 150 layer. Looks like a short. Exxon Mobil. Here you go. Watch the ranges, just trading. Oxy, again, oil and gas probably going nowhere fast. Buffett selling calls just like hee hee. PXD. Some folks were talking about shorting it up here. Again, you got a reference. It's really easy to tighten up your stops, keep it simple, end it with EQT and Flex LNG, a little rant. Here you go. EQ2 we talked about up here, failing, gap down, now chopping. Flex LNG. Again, I like the idea of natural gas exportation into the next cycle. At this point, just be careful, okay? If you have any questions, please reach out. Do yourself a favor. Again, get your emotions straight. Watch the live chat I did today. I promise you it's so well worth it because, again, a lot of it was psychology of it, the trading. Okay, is the market going to rally higher? Potentially could. Do you know what you're going to do? Are you going to layer in? Are you going to talk about, are you just going to anticipate it to flop right away? Again, putting your emotions first before the market. But then the thing is this is like any casino game. You can't anticipate to win every time. You got to try to do the best you can do with what you got. All right, I will talk to you guys and gals later. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.